19, Tiger, 19.
Now Spears to begin the drive. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Spears on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Right back to Spears. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Second down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Ritter now. A short throw caught by Andrews. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
He was brought down by
and they'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 14-yard line.
Ritter has it knocked down, and the Texans scoop it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now this throw caught left side. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. On the bootleg, Stroud. That one's taken in by Spears. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This one left side caught by Collins. Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Yellow, line.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Red, cycle. Ready.
Ritter to throw it. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it second down and 12.
Here we go. Check pin.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here we go.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
43 rail. Trail green. You, yellow. Set.
Ritter. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Switch, yellow.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Ritter going to change it up.
And goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready?
Once more with Mitchell. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Ready?
Ritter going to sneak it. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Come on, come on.
2nd down and 8.
19 Lions. Warriors 70. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Stroud from his own end zone. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ready?
To throw from his end zone. Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Okay,
So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Out of the gun to give to Spears. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Ball carrier.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoff. He rips off a nice run there.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Ready up. Flag blue. Set.
First down, here's Mitchell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry.
Needle blue. Hut, hut.
On second down, Ritter. A short throw caught by Andrews. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Down. Set, hut.
Give running right is Mitchell. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Blue striker. Ready, ready.
On play action, here's Ritter. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Ready.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He can't get him down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. That's complete to Treylon Burks. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Open man, the tight end Henry. Touchdown, Houston. Hunter Henry, 47 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the line. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Set.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Catch is made by Metcalf. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go. 6. Mega. Hut.
First down. Here's Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
Set. Hut.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Blaster. 6. Rail. Yellow. Fight. White. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works, and they get the 2 instead of 1.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That ball caught by Slayton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Check.
First down,
Right,
Ravens.
60. Hut, hut.
A give here to Mitchell. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On third down, here's Mitchell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And a Raven first down.
Clock, 10. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set, hut.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line.
Black swap. Hey.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from the 20, and the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2.
17, Ravens 15.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had...
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And some strong running. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. A short throw caught by Andrews. Escapes the defender. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw. And they hooked up there for a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll pitch it out to Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and with it, they have taken the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 2 yards to go on third down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now he's flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Ready.
Spears with another carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Able to power through. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll roll him out right. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
19, Tiger, 19.
Spears is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go now.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Stroud completes this out wide. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
18, Pioneer. 79 Broncos.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this, a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Striker. 3, hunt.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Another run with Mitchell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Close, 10. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, it's King. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Stroud to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw is on target to Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete. They still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Stroud. Buying time to his left.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
It's 3rd and 7.
This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So